Napoleon Hill says one of the 6 basic fears is the fear of criticism. We're going to deal with the fear of criticism in 3 lessons. Today, we're going to talk about online criticism. Fear means something's coming, I'm not ready. Is online criticism coming? Maybe, maybe not. And if so, what do we do to get ready for it? My name's Scott Conway, PhD, JD, 8th degree black belt, the author of Emotional IQ and the teacher of Language of Emotions 101A and 101B. The Language of Emotions teaches us that fear means something's coming, I'm not ready. Fear of criticism means that you're afraid of criticism. You're afraid criticism is coming and you're afraid that you're not ready to deal with it. Well, let's take a look at something that's modern, is online criticism. Back in the day, it was the Better Business Bureau. People were terrified if you were in business getting a negative review at the Better Business Bureau. People would call them up, ask them about your business. That review mattered. Now it's all online. So if someone goes online to look for you, they check out your office in particular, are they going to find you on the review sites? And if so, what does the review site have to say about you? What is it for your industry? I'm not going to mention any sites by name. The ones that are popular right now may not be popular in 2 or 3 years. And I don't know when you individually are listening to it. But whatever they are, see if you can find out. What are the popular review sites that people go looking at? And then what if you get criticism on one of those sites? What do you do? Some of the sites, a response is very easy to do. You can just put a reply to the person's criticism that they make of you. And some of them you can't do that. And some of them it's there and it's there forever. Some of them slightly shadier ones perhaps will keep the negative ones up unless you have a premium service. Now, if you're paying them for service, then that gives you certain rights to respond to criticisms and reviews. One of the easiest ways to respond to online criticism is exactly the same way you would do it in person, as you deal with the customer or the client directly. If the customer is happy enough with your solution, then they might take down their criticism of you. If you don't know what all these things are, maybe you're just not that computer savvy, find someone who is. Chances are all of us know somebody who is, and then we can monitor our own online presence that way. Find out what these sites are and go take a look at them yourself. Now you can let your customers know these sites exist. Ask them if they wouldn't mind giving you a nice review online if they are pleased with your service. Now don't assign someone to go do that. That's not really legitimate. Don't do a blast email or a mass mailing to all your clients asking them to do this. Let it develop organically, 1 or 2 here and there beginning to grow. And then if someone gives you online criticism, it's kind of lost in the shuffle. It has some context to it. They see that the vast majority of your customers are very happy with your service. And yeah, there might be 1 or 2 that were dissatisfied with something, or complain about this or complain about that, but it puts it in a context. And so that's just part of how you get ready for dealing with online criticism. First off, find out where it is. See what sort of things get said. Start getting some positive reviews going on there. And as I mentioned, keep them legitimate reviews. Don't go solicit them in a mass mailing or assign employees to go put positive reviews up for you. Make them sure that they're legitimate reviews and begin to grow your online reputation. So if someone does have something negative to say about you, there's a context. If there's a legitimate complaint, deal with the complaint. Deal directly with the customer, and if they're satisfied, ask them to please remove the negative review. Lots of ways that you can deal with these things of just understand what's coming, understand what you need to do to get ready for it, and then you don't have to be afraid of that particular kind of criticism. In the next 2 lessons, we're going to talk more about what Napoleon Hill was actually talking about 75 years ago. Obviously, there was no online criticism back there, but of what's coming, what kind of criticism, from who, why is that important? And the lesson after that, we're going to talk about what do you do to get ready? How do you handle that kind of criticism? And be able to move forward, to think and grow rich, to employ all of these techniques to create your personal wealth, whether it's financial wealth, whether it's your personal lifestyle, spiritual abundance, relational abundance, whatever you're after. This book can help. Been a classic for 75 years. Highly recommended. We'll see you back here for the next lesson. This is Scott Conway, PhD, GAD 8th degree black belt. And from this Emotional Genius Moment, signing off. Thank you for being here.